Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to create wireframes in Figma.com. I will show you step by step how to do it, and actually I will show you two methods on how to do it. Now, I will just get started right away, but I just need to say that obviously this is not going to be exactly how you want your wireframe to be. You just need to follow the steps and just uh, pretty much do what I do, and this should help you do your own wireframe, kind of. So I'll just do an example and basically just follow me with your own design, and it should be the same thing, okay? So I'll show you two different methods. So let's actually start for the first one. Um, when I go to Figma, I just go ahead and create a new file, basically. And if you want to rename it, you can do it. So just wireframe if you want. What I personally like to do is to have a reference point. So I don't want to just go in blind. Unless you know exactly what you want to create, then sure, you can do that. But personally, what I like to do when I create wireframes is actually have a reference where I can just work next to it. So to add your reference or an image, if you have one, or feel free to actually go ahead and search wireframes for a specific thing, and then you can just, capture the image and you can use it as a reference. But once you have an image, you just go ahead on the top left, click on there and just go to File, where you can just click Place Image, or you can just do Control Shift K, it's up to you. So do this and then you just upload your reference. So in here, I've got my reference here, which is to be honest, it's a random picture I found from Google, which is basically a screenshot with an iPhone, okay? So I will try to make a wireframe as close as possible to this with Figma.com. Now, as I said, there are two methods, and I will just start with the first one, which is just using the rectangle method. So from here, what I will do first is basically I will go to in here where I will be able to create a frame. So I click on frame, or F for short, and I can just go ahead and select a screen that I want to have it here. So I can just go for the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro Max. I think this one should suit my needs here. Oh, my bad, again, here. And then add this one. So now we've got both screens side by side. Now you can just either ignore that this one is more pointy and this one is more circular, or if you want, you can add more radius to it. So go a little bit high up. It's not enough. Let's just increase it to make it 25 maybe. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do the best that you can. Okay, so next up is basically going to be what I said about the rectangle method. So all you need is going to be this tool right here and the text tool. So let's just put an example first. So let's try to mimic the application buttons here. So let's first try this one right here. So we can just add this. Try to make it as close as possible, but even if it's a little bit off, that's completely fine. So we can just add this right here, a rectangle, and we can again make the radius a little bit circular. So we can do, I think 12 should be good. Okay, yeah, that seems kind of nice. And to duplicate it, you can just right click and duplicate from this section, or we can just Control D, and this just allows us to duplicate it and just makes things a little bit easier for us. Okay, so now we've got two, one for this and one for that. I think we should actually make them a bit smaller. By the way, I'm not going to go into much detail here because I don't want to take a lot of time. As I said, this is just an example and just want to show you how to actually go ahead and do it. So let's not try to make it too perfect here. So we add those, and we can just again go back to a rectangle and add as many as possible. So here, one, and then I can just do Control D, duplicate it to be over here, and then again Control D, and then Control D, and then I do Control D again, make it under here, right like that, and then Control D again, ensure one more, and then one more, and then I just add it over here. You know, just a bunch of duplicates, so it's going to be very simple. So duplicate as much as you want or like. Kind of missed one right there. So let's not just keep doing that. Let me actually tell you the rest. So you try to make the icon or the rectangle match as much as possible. I should have made the square pointy things more round, but you could have done so. And then you basically do the same thing for the rest of the apps. So each icon, and then for this one right here, you can do let's grab this one if we want, and we can just make it a little bit suitable for this navigation bar at the bottom here. If we can just zoom in, there you go. It's more round, so we will need to make it more round, and I think this is perfect. And again, to make it more round, we just increase this. So let's just make it 20. And I guess we will need to do more, but let's just keep it like that. And then if you want to actually go ahead and draw the icons, you get to use the pencil here or the pen. It's up to you. So you can just click here, or pencil or pen, okay? And then you can just draw whatever you want to draw. So for example, for the camera here, let's say you want to draw a camera. You just simply click and then click here. Oh, my bad. Here, and then we just try to create a camera with these lines. Now you can also make it round by just holding if that's what you want, but for the camera we don't really need that, so we just do this and this and then this and then this, like that. Again, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be. Remember, this is just for a reference, and it's just a wireframe at the end of the day. But apps can be changed. But if you want to draw, I just needed to show you how to draw, and simply just copy the same thing over and over again, and you should be good to go. So the next thing, if we want to, let's see. If we want to talk about the rest of the things that are not represented by this rectangle, are going to be mostly text. So you can just add text, and then you just drop it over here, do reminders. And remember, again, the text doesn't have to be perfect. The font doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing really has to be perfect. Just make it as close as possible, and you can just copy and paste if you want, and just move it here, and you can just change it by double clicking and doing music here, and the rest is basically the same thing. So I promised that I will show you two ways, and this is basically the first method, which is going to be more manual, and you will need to create icons yourself. But there's a different way which can just make things a little bit easier or more detailed. And you just go back to your Figma dashboard here, where you can just click Explore Community, and you just right here wireframe, and the community search, and you will find plenty of free ones to use, which you can just copy the icons and paste them yourself. So here, if we just find one that we like, let's just do simplified wireframes by Lattice. Okay, so we just click open in Figma, and then we should have it right here. So you've got plenty to browse, by the way, but I just wanted to do this. And then what you do is just add a new page, call it wireframe, or whatever you want, test. And what you can basically do, if we create another screen right like this, let's just give it a little bit of a stroke to make it a little bit visible. So let's just do 5, okay? just to make you guys see it. So we'll go back to file, and then we just zoom in, where we can just find whatever icon that we want. Oh, why can I not select anything? Am I missing some? Okay, there you go. So you select whatever you want. I don't know why it's not. Hold on. Something's off. Hello? I think it's glitching. Okay, so if I can just grab this, there you go. I can just copy it and then go back to here, where I can just simply paste it. And now we have it over here. And again, same thing. Okay, it's a little bit glitchy for some reason. But it basically, trust me, it works. It's just for some reason, because I'm recording, I guess it just wants to be crazy. But it works the same way. You just grab whatever stuff you want by just clicking on it. Okay, and then you just copy, or right click copy, and then you go back to the other page that we have just created and just paste. And you can just move it around, and you can just upscale it and downscale it the way you want. But for some reason, it's just glitchy for me, and I don't know why, to be honest. But it should work for you. I think this specific one cannot be changed, the size of it. Maybe if I hold shift. Okay, yeah, I don't know, it's glitchy. Anyway, so basically, you just grab whatever items you want from a specific wireframe that you've found, and you can just, copy and paste in here. And again, if you have a reference point, it's going to be much easier for you. And again, you can also add text, draw, and add shapes if you want. This method does not change, but here you can add a login page, images, and that kind of stuff, and icons easier if you find a wireframe that you like from the community. It just makes things that easier. So I hope this video helped you and showed you pretty much how to create wireframes in Figma. And yeah, thanks for watching.